So I got this in the mail, and I think it's a new knife. So a while ago I made a video about how I import semen for the water buffalo and how I managed to destroy and kill all the sperm. So I had to go through it all again, import the semen from Italy, have it checked at the veterinary institute, and since it's hard to detect if they are in heat or not, the vet gunner has to come twice and give them hormone shots so they get in heat all at the same time on a specific day, so we can put in the semen, they're open for business, we can get them pregnant, the calves can come, I can get some milk and hopefully make some money on this instead of just having a very expensive hobby. So first I needed to develop a system to separate them, because I have some steers that's not getting any, and I have a cow that wants to kill me, so she's also not getting any. So I used some mobile cow panel and I got them separated. Then the day came and we were to give them the semen, and hopefully with all the preparations they would be physically open for business. The semen, or the sperm, actually semen is a quite common name for boys here in Norway, so I think I'm going to call it sperm from now on. The sperm comes in a container and is kept frozen with adding liquid nitrogen. And after a while you have to refill that nitrogen, and you can do that at a sperm center an hour drive from here. And they also have a bus they ride around in, selling liquid nitrogen and cow sperm to farmers. Then you have to remember when that bus is to arrive at your location and so on. So, yeah. Gunnar warms the sperm up to body temperature and the cows all get the dose each. And then we wait. After 4 or 5 weeks, Gunnar returns with his ultrasound equipment, and we do an ultrasound to see if they are pregnant. Hopefully they all are. And it started great. Där är det.
Ja.
But then quickly turn into something that feels like a Greek tragedy. 1 for 5 is pregnant. That's not quite the result I was hoping for. I could also import a new bull. That's not quite in my budget right now. And if I did that, the whole farm would go under a quarantine for 6 months. So that's not an option yet. I do have 5 more dosages in the container, so we're gonna give it one more try. But if that doesn't work, I have to start the whole process all over again. I also had to send away a cow this week to the slaughterhouse. She wasn't very nice and I really didn't feel safe around her. As a matter of fact, I was actually afraid of her. My friends have waited for this day for quite some time now. Whenever I didn't answer a phone call right away, they thought immediately that she had put me down. So whatever the reason for me to not take that phone call, I had to call them back straight away so they didn't think I was dead. She took every chance she had to put her horns in my side. I felt more like a bullfighter than a farmer with her around. She wouldn't stand still for a second while I tried to milk her. She also didn't want to give me some milk, so she held it back, and she had only 3 functional teats. She wasn't nasty just to me, she stirred up the mood for the other animals as well, making everyone feel like crap. So then I made the decision to send her off. She was accompanied by 2 steers, so she didn't have to travel alone. I actually made a whole video about these 2 matters, but I mean, in these days, it just got too depressing. So instead, I want to talk about the good things. Like when I posted a video about my Kenwood kitchen machine, and I told you that my 43-year-old Kenwood had broken down, and I got a whole bunch of angry comments saying I'm an idiot for not reading the instructions before using such a fine machine. And since it's been watched over 60,000 times, which is a record on this channel, I got one little comment from Duncan from New Zealand, which said, "Have you looked for the reset button underneath your old mixer?" And I said, no, I had not. I actually read that comment standing next to the mixer. So I took it, turned it upside down, found the reset button, pressed it, and Thanks, Duncan. That really made my day and week and month and... Alright, so pay attention to the tractor door in these clips. To all you tractor guys who has lost sleep at night thinking about my tractor door's unwillingness to close, this is for you guys. So with everything going on in the world right now, I try to find pleasure and happiness in the small things. Just like fixing that tractor door, it's a small step for mankind, but a giant leap for Farmer E. I'm also grateful that I have my health and that my family's safe and healthy. Let's try and get this in a better light. And that my family is safe and healthy, and even though all we want to do is hug, we keep our distance. And hopefully this thing will blow over as soon as possible. And talk about staying healthy. One of my best friends is hospitalized. They think he had the C word. And by C word, I don't mean and Turned out it wasn't that. He only had some blood poisoning. And now he's in the hospital, isolated, treated with antibiotics. And this is how he spends his days. When life gives you lemons, you CrossFit. I received this package. Hi E, my name is Manny and I live in Brooklyn, New York. You have become one of my favorite YouTube channels. Thanks, man. You're not afraid to show your mistakes. And that's what I enjoy, the honesty in your videos. Keep it up. You got a fan in New York City. Since you mentioned wanting to get another knife for your work setup, I'd like to send you something for your EDC rotation. So let's open this. Yeah. If you saw my last video, you know that I don't carry my knife in my right pocket anymore. It currently is in my left. Proudly overbuilt in the USA. I mean, this is a brand new knife. Okay, so this is a zero tolerance 0095BW titanium. Alright, I'm gonna try to do this with my left hand. This obviously needs some practice as well. I mean, this looks like a brand new knife. Can I even use this? Or is it supposed to be in some kind of collection? Okay, so this obviously needs some practice, and there's another knife. Manny, you're crazy. This has some kind of supported opening thing. I really have to work on the lingo, but this is some smooth action right here. And this is a Kershaw knife, 1670 SWBR. Manny, thank you. This is way too much. It's not that I don't appreciate it. I do, I love it. And next time I'm going to New York, we should hook up and have a beer. Thanks, man. And also a big thanks to the rest of the viewers for commenting and watching my videos. We are socially distancing, and I have to admit it gets kind of lonely here at the farm, but it gives me a lot of joy to read all the comments from you guys and that you're watching. And with that said, thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.